Hello, and good morning. So, after last time, absolutely no lessons were learned whatsoever. We'll just be proceeding on as planned, more or less. Let's see, point-wise, you probably want to learn more stuff. You can probably do with some more stuff as well. What do you even do? I mean, you're just there as a bodyguard. Whatever, we'll give you items. Why not? Yeah, I know I missed one of these yesterday. For some reason I thought there was one more in the pipeline there, but apparently I was incorrect on that one. So, my bad. Such things happen. Happen a lot, actually. Okay, this guy, counter 2. Kinda curious what counter 1 and all of them will end up getting replaced by. Probably something nifty, because it's always friggin' something nifty. Actually, apparently it's literally something nifty coming in the next part. Been officially described as nifty. Word of God and all that. Okay, so got one upgrade. What else do you do? I suppose you hit stuff, don't you? Might as well save up his points for that last resort later. Alright, you are doing counters and such. Actually, these guys do need field alchemy. At least rank 2, I think. I don't know if I believe it actually maxes out at 2 for these guys. But yeah, they're going to be taking hits, so they need to be able to recover those hits. It's a good little setup. Now, what else? Yeah, tactician definitely. Then you can fart out even more shadows. And I think Merton should be the last one here. Anything in the pipeline here? No. Oh, crap. Warren and his barely holding together self apparently has a whole bunch of points. Yeah, probably reflect considering how often he gets punched in the face. It seems to be disturbingly regular. Just only real way to put that. Oh, wow. These two are... Well, okay. I'm saving up these guys' points because I'm not sure where I'm going to go with them yet. Pretty much just saving for other stuff as it comes available. Pretty much they have what I want. I want to get an upgraded knockback and tactician. But I'd like to have both of them running the exact same setups. Might be worth adding counter, considering, you know, they end up getting shot a fair bit, and maybe field alchemy. Maybe treasure hunt, though I haven't really seen anything terribly amazing coming from that. I think for the sake of why not, it's still pretty early, let's pop treasure hunt on there. Just so that I have somebody running it for a while, maybe we can tell the difference. And I'm aware they don't move much. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Rampardoura? You can get Rampart? Oh yeah, right. Soldiers can get that now. Good. Good. You can keep that job as a line holder, and then this guy... What are we doing with you? Parry? Yes, because his swords will have parry pretty soon. And add one more slot for reflect. Actually, no. Items. Items, and then his next one will be reflect, because hopefully he'll parry rather than take the hit. Parry. Actually, wait. I'm an idiot. He's not the one doing the parrying. Okay, he's gonna naturally get parry. That's how this is gonna go. Yeah, he's using daggers. I'm not thinking this through. It's, Obrim here that needed parry, and he's gonna have rank 3. Just, stop that weapon upgrade when it comes, as I understand. See how that goes. And alchemy 2. Yeah, that looks good. I usually like to do this beforehand, but whatever. I only ended up doing the griffins, so they're a little bit more griffin-y. Alright, any randoms? No randoms. Anything crit? No, not really. Any news? Probably not. You know what's kind of sad? When you're looking at the news of this, and it's like an intentionally a horrific scenario of people doing all kinds of horrible, awful things, and then you look at the actual news, and it's like, this horrible, awful news is somehow better. Oh, man. It's a downer. Pretty severe downer. Alright. Yeah, not really any reason to go down to Balmamusa or whatever. Go check out El Merca. Just report in and all that. I kind of like when they have that whole reporting in section of these kinds of games, you know? It's like your guy has to be an underling for somebody for a while at least. And the other routes, he's just kind of like the resistance leader from the very start kind of thing. Like, no, let them serve under somebody. Let them work their way up the ladder. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, they did take a city when they weren't supposed to. Honestly, the best approach would just be to, you know, go, show up, and then go and talk to them like, look, you guys were not supposed to be here. You know, maybe GTFO? Conceit blinds them. No you won't. I actually love how this this whole encounter goes together. It's like, they basically, at this point, they have the entire South unified, more or less. So their idea is to go and take back that city. They basically just have that one little peninsula that they have to guard at that point, giving them a pretty good entry point. Actually, the whole Bakram section of the continent is absurdly, like, it's one giant peninsula. It's not going to be, considering the circumstances, it's not fantastic for them. They can't really outmaneuver anyone, is what I mean to say here. And like they even mentioned that all the coasts are being watched and all that. And we're going to the Burnham Massif, which really sucks, but in this one it's a lot better. Yeah, so he planned to lose a castle for no reason. So yeah, he basically just went and told his guards to go somewhere else to go kill off a few of his people in there. The remnants attacked the place, and they're way stronger now because they have a castle, but thankfully castle walls don't matter in this game, so eh. But yeah, this is actually a surprisingly good plan. That's what I was saying. He's actually competent in neutral. Like, he's still not exactly a good guy. Still better than certain someone, but still, yeah, he's competent in neutral. Like, he's actually doing plans. He's actually going and accomplishing things. Just, I appreciate it. Alright, so we basically go back, take that, then we move over here. Take this stupid friggin' mountain of horribleness right here. And we go to Rome, and we're all like, yay, Archaeopolis, it's so difficult to pronounce. Here we go. Why couldn't we just call it city? Because Archaeopolis sounds cooler, that's why. Alright, now I think they have dragons on this one, so do I have dragoons? Wasn't I a... Hang on. Hang on. I don't even have dragoons yet. That's what I was going to the forest to go friggin' get. I was gonna go get dragoons. Well, that's out. Okay, so. Casters are fine. You go back here and back here. This, as I recall, is a pretty easy fight. We got archers here. We're gonna bring in crossbows too. Yeah, we're gonna have Oelius, we're gonna have Tammuz, and who else has some pretty good movement? Actually, do I just want Alice on this? I think we're gonna bring in Lloyd. Now, on paper, this seems like a very stupid plan, and it very well might be. Here's what I'm thinking, though. I remember there being monster units on this one, and pretty much every leader unit that they put on this map is squishy to my recollection. So plan here is basically just to pelt them at long range. These guys are here in case there needs to be kind of a breakthrough of any heavier units. She's here just to hit things with an axe. Like, she's not here for any particular reason other than getting points. He's here to hopefully get around any lines if needed, and then he's here for debuffs. They're here because, you know, they're here. And yeah, I mean, it should be fine. It's not exactly a great plan, but I wanted to have Dragoons, but at this point, did not accomplish doing so. And this is the one where Vice gets chased across a wall. So, I don't really know what he was doing there. I don't know if he betrayed the castle or what. Yeah, he can look after himself. That's why he's completely trapped. Yeah, that goofy expression as he falls. Hey, Gildora. Guess what? You're not very good against arrows. Guess what we have a lot of. But yeah, so base game, her front line here is just it's beyond a joke. Because she's basically got the one Terranite up front. Like, okay, one vision, that's fine. And yeah, this isn't the one with all the dragons. They only have one dragon. So, functionally speaking, all of this scary stuff down here doesn't even matter. Their healer might, if she comes and, you know, saves the day, but it's basically 12 against 5, for all intents and purposes. So, here's how this works. You basically just have these guys go down this way. You have one unit go down to the left so that they actually know that there's somebody down there, and they don't all try to run up the stairs. And yeah, that's basically it. They'll go for the closest thing, and the closest thing doesn't really care. She's a knight. She's gonna be fine. But yeah, so like I was saying, the what was I friggin' saying here? I completely lost my train of thought. Yes, he gives his usual surrender speech. I don't want to see you dead. Yeah, they do. But, okay, so, their front line here. Base game, that, you know, Terror Knights are basically tissue paper knights. They barely even matter. Actually, that vanilla version of this run, I kind of made it a point to deliberately use one of them. Ended up using Voltaire as a Terror Knight, and he's acceptable. That's a selling point. But no, it's kind of gotten into that awkward, floaty stats stage where everybody's just sort of building up stats and not much else. Kind of around the beginning of Chapter 4. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. So, yeah, so her plan is basically send everybody down there to go cross the river, or across the moat, rather, while she has essentially a Valkyrie, you know, not a witch, but an enchantress there, Dark Knight and Ninja defending her. So she just picked the worst possible defensive units, and she's like, yeah, everybody's not using these for defense for a reason. Yeah. But you know what? I know better. I know better. There must be something to people completely not using these guys. Well, okay. It could be argued that yes, ninjas are overpowered as hell, especially base game, but, well, primarily base game, they're actually balanced now. It's almost like giving them shields and throwing weapons would have absolutely broken the game in half. But yeah. They are only good. They're only good after they get a few turns to actually set up and get going. So even in base game, they're still gonna be pretty squishy if they don't have any skills to back themselves up. And in this case, when they're just running out pretty much ahead of a bunch of archers, like, yeah, that's not gonna go well. Not gonna go well at all. So, usually for this map I like to bring a good bit of ranged. Yeah, that's not anything. Actually, I can't really think of any time where this particular map's caused a bunch of problems. It just doesn't really happen. It's kind of a shame, and I hope... I'm hoping if down the line, you know, once MIPS gets figured out and all that, I'm hoping that there'll be an option to change formations and stuff like that found. And in which case, please, please, please give these guys a bit more common sense. Because this one in particular just, like, always comes to mind as, hey, this one's really easy to take. Because they don't have anyone guarding anything useful. Alright, so they're starting to turn around, so she's gonna go draw some of their attention. Oh. Crit for, like, less than 5%. That's a good sign. A good sign for you guys. Actually, axes seem surprisingly good for knights. Delicious, delicious coffee. Let's go for a crag, I think. It's not possible or particularly worthwhile. Good to know. In that case, Rip Ninja. AKA Scout. Because I still think that they kind of function closer to Scouts than anything else. You don't really have a whole lot of Eastern stuff, but they always call them ninjas. But whatever. It's all good. I'm not gonna get into the whole historical thing again. Bringing rag on that way too much as it is. Like, dang it. I want it to seem like I don't like this series. I friggin' love it. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have done hundreds of videos on it, huh? Hundreds. God, it's hard to believe it's gotten that high in number. Seems like it's been 5 minutes. Which I guess is a good sign. But yeah, that being said, thankfully it does at least lend itself well, with both the speed at which things go, the little fight intermissions and stuff like that. It does lend itself pretty well to this kind of format. Like recently, I've been showing off Banner Saga there, and honestly, I might just go ahead and axe that series because, truth be told, it's a fantastic game, but it does not lend itself well to this kind of thing at all, and I'm not about to go read books worth of text boxes. So, mostly just because, it's dry as crap out, throw it would dry out. Got 2 humidifiers going in a relatively smallish apartment, and that's not enough. That's not enough to not have a dry throat. And yes, the obvious answer would be, hey, stop chugging coffee like a maniac. To which I say no. I like my coffee. Most days, anyway. Today is one of those days. Some days you have too much coffee, and then you wind up all, like, paranoid all day. And then you think everything's gonna go wrong as soon as you touch it, and it probably does, because you're a jittery mess by that point. This puts coffee in a negative light. It's so good, though. Okay, well, nice front line you had there. They did you a solid. Now, one would think that the way this is supposed to work is she keeps pulling back and back and back and goes back here. And if the AI functioned properly, or if this was like KOL or Fire Emblem or something, it probably would. Because that seems to be the way that this is set up. You crumple through the front line here. She backs up, gets you with a bunch of spells and stuff back here. Essentially has a bunch of casters and ranged units for a perfect choke point over here. And then, you basically have to either go through the river and deal with all that crap and, pass through knights and dragons and stuff. They have all their units defending this spot right here, as if you're meant to be trapped here. So, I don't know. It feels strange to me that, that they didn't go a little bit farther with the AI to make it do that. Oh, wonderful. Well, you're screwed, and actually they can just get through now. Doesn't matter. They probably won't. But my point being, that would be That would be amazing to see. It's just... they don't strategize much. They do what they can, but... I mean, like, I know Rakes is going out and about now to, well, he's gone out and about in several patches here that make the AI, well, essentially use more of what they have available to them, but I don't really know how you'd make them use their AI. Because it's kind of one of those things, it's just kind of in there. I'm pretty sure even once, like, the ultimate version of this comes out and everything, like he was mentioning, it probably still won't end up having AI edits or any of that. But hopefully, hopefully they have some sort of rules they can put in place, maybe waypoints that they have to get to. Because they must have waypoints of some description. Because, what's his face? Friggin' Terra Pimp Knight? The guy that ends up running away? That has... to my mind, that shows that there are existing waypoints for them to follow. Or at least some way to put in waypoints. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but it feels like that's a thing. So, I don't know, just a thought. So apparently wave shear thing there, apparently it has an extra space. Doesn't matter. He's mentioned several times that there's extra spaces, that is fine, basically. It's not a bug or anything, it's just kind of a text limit situation. Because, yeah, there's a bizarre text limit on a lot of things. Such is life. Alright, Warren, you're fine as you are. It's not meant to sound flirty. Alright, there we go, shoot her. Go down here. Go ahead and rob her a little bit. You're probably not getting another turn, so... might as well do it that way. There we are. And then finally, the remaining archer, Yosian or whatever her face was. It's been ages since I actually took a look at that archer. Then we'll basically go and finish this fight off. I'm kind of curious to see who would end up winning, like a knight or a Terra Knight. Wait, does this guy have a buff? Wait, he does have lightning buff. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's quite nifty, sir. And we are one tile off. How about from here? Even farther. Well, okay, maybe she won't be finishing this. And their healer's gonna get a turn. Also, why are there so many Yosians this run? Feels like on average there's one of them getting killed off per fight. Maybe her clones came back. Although on a random note, absolutely would be behind putting friggin' Steve into the name pool. Steve the Murder Fairy. Shouldn't have done that, she's gonna get counter-killed. And yes, I would go and repeatedly friggin' redo the exact same map over and over and over and over and over until I ended up getting that one. Because it's still easier than discovering competence and putting the right codes in to transform everyone. But no. Make that run happen somehow, dang it. It will happen. Okay, I should clarify that largely I just haven't had more than a few minutes to actually look into that whole code thing. At least not in any non-distracted manner. That's pretty much why I haven't been able to figure it out yet. But I will at some point. Alright, so Gildora, your plan would work a lot better here if you didn't stick your face on the very front of it. No, you are too dumb. You are not too few. You can win this fight. If you just went left. When they said do everything the right way, that's not what they meant. Alright, well, I mean, she trapped those guys down there at least. Okay. You go do your little shanky shank. Good job. Ploop. Sounds like a plan. Hexer's Mark, so we unlock those finally. Also got some friggin' draconic stuff, so that's pretty sweet. I think that one is... I think it's the arrow one, the True Strike. I think so. Yeah, ballistics. Might be useful. I think I want Bayan to become one of those. Yeah. I think so. I was gonna have Felix become one, but at this point, I don't think so. He's doing really well as he is. Ooh, I can use whips. Whips and Draconic sounds pretty friggin' sweet. Oh, crap, I broke it. I don't like the remove everything button. Basically the break everything button. I know that's not what I meant to do. And the game's just over here like, yes, it is what you did though. Because you are dumb. Like, I'm just sitting here like, yes. I agree with this, actually. Okay. Do I even have any whips, for that matter? You can't even use one anyway, but... whatever. You're gonna have it for later. Wait, they can use light armor? Have I seriously been missing that this entire time? Oh well. That's fine. He's just gonna send the back line for ages. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save it here. Actually, you know what? I should probably call it a part because kind of expecting one of these two to wake up pretty soon here. All right, see you soon.